All right, so we just got out of a sneak preview of Knives Out. So we'll do the non-spoiler first, and then after
spoiler,
that.
this is a big cast.
Yeah.
That's,
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Daniel Craig, Jamie Lee Curtis, Don Johnson.
Chris Evans, the man.
Chris
who
Evans.
myth, the
Wait, hold on,
Don
Shepardson.
Johnson.
Don Rickles.
Tom Rickles.
Tim Curry.
No, because he's Zod. What's his name? Hold on.
Michael Shannon.
Michael Shannon. There we
Always
go.
plays a
Weird
asshole.
character.
He always plays an asshole.
He does.
With his eyes. Yeah.
Even him
give
being-
the
Even
inherence
him
to
being
me.
a cripple in this movie, he's still playing an asshole.
Yeah, for real. This is a murder mystery.
Black comedy.
Yeah, I would call it that.
It's labeled as black comedy.
It also, so Ryan Johnson wrote and directed this. With that being said, I really enjoyed this. I thought that every single frame was done well. I thought that the cast did really well. Daniel Craig stole it for me. Like, I don't know how you guys felt about it. The girl did well too. Like, she was great.
I felt like her character really, you emphasized with the character
Yeah.
more than you did anyone else.
Yeah.
I love the intro with the family. How you see their name and then
Yeah,
the
no,
interview.
that was
I
very
thought
good.
that was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it. I like how you saw what really happened and then their interpretation of what happened.
Yeah, I like if you notice when they're telling the story about oh, he loved me very much, and he's in front of the birthday cake.
It's the same
It's
shot.
the same
shot
but
with each
the
person.
Each
Yeah,
person
different.
they're saying how he adored them and
Because who could be? They only one set could be there at one
Yeah,
time. So
exactly.
it's who was it?
So I like that. And I also like how they did a little bit of a clue kind of thing.
Yeah.
When they said a week before, it's they said the week before Hugh's demise. It's not even murder. They put it really eloquently. It's Hugh's sudden demise.
So wait, the grandson was named Hughes too?
No, Hugh. Hugh was his name. His middle name is Ransom. That's Chris Evans' character. And they call him Ransom in the movie, but his real name's Hugh.
Gotcha.
And I was
He
going
makes the help call him Hugh because he's an asshole.
And I'll say this, I think with the main lead, she's fairly unknown, but I think she was in, what was it, something Mad Dogs or something, or War Dogs?
Dogs?
She played the wife of Miles.
She was in?
She played the wife of Miles Teller.
Wow. Well,
But she has this really good dynamic, which I don't think is really spoiling it, where she can not lie. If she does lie, she throws up, which I wish was an ability
Is that
that
legit?
everybody had.
Is that
Yeah,
a real thing?
I don't know, but I mean,
it's
it's.
probably a nervous tick. But it was a fun aspect.
I wish it was real. Yeah.
It was a fun aspect to the movie.
Every time you lie, it's like
Yeah.
you throw up. I guarantee you, we'd be a very civil society. And you know what? Before getting, I think that this said a lot about what's going on today with society, with politics, with how certain things are viewed. I love that. I love the whole scene when they're talking about.
Arguing about it.
They're clearly talking
arguing
about.
Trump.
I don't mean to get too political, but it's true.
And
And
he hands her the plate. I was like, what
That's
the
the
fuck?
slightest. That was the most slightest.
Yeah.
Fucking. Are you serious?
yeah, I thought it was really clever.
Yeah.
And I do have a fear, though. I feel like this movie, because of its references, might seem a little dated a couple years from now because they heavily mention the election, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, the Nazi thing isn't even. I mean,
Let's hope
it's
that
not
becomes
timeless. Twitter is I Google check. I don't know. To me, it's
I feel
cool.
Google will be around a couple years from now.
No, I do, but I'm saying it doesn't have a timeless feel, but it's an entertaining watch.
I like how Walter is I don't know what he's saying.
I would say this type of movie is not aimed towards us
No.
in our
Yeah.
age bracket. I would say this is more older because I'll admit I saw Murder on the Orient Express.
I
love that movie.
I love it. But you could tell at that time that version of that movie was aimed at an older age bracket.
Yeah.
This is aimed at an older age.
See, I haven't seen
but
that yet.
It's not bad because it comes
Yeah.
off like Clue.
Yeah.
So
It almost has the same type of vibe with this, with the black comedy. There is comedy aspects.
Yeah.
But I mean, or Murder on the Orient Express had to deal with more smaller space and a solitary space. Other than this movie, where we're going to multiple different places.
Location. Well, not so much locations,
But
different
bigger,
scenes.
bigger scenes and kind of more disjointed than Murder on the Orient Express
Yeah.
was. But it's in the same vein. And I'm just glad. I went in kind of expecting the same of this from Orient Express.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like this is definitely a market that should be tapped more, like the murder mystery.
Yeah.
I feel like there should
like
be
it.
more murder mystery
See,
movies.
I
It's
just feel.
entertaining.
But didn't
Yeah.
the Orient Express come out the same time, like last year or something?
it was
or,
cold. I remember
but
it
it was.
being
I
cold.
remember it was like fall too. Like I feel like that's why they don't do it. Like it's just because.
it's a no many people go
Yeah,
to
I don't know. I just feel like with a lot of like you have Frozen in its second week that'll come out. Then you also have the Mr. Rogers. Like this is going to be like that in between sandwich film where I think it'll do better in streaming.
And I think it will be a great TV movie.
Yeah.
This will
Or
be
like
a great
a
movie.
miniseries.
This will be a great movie to have around. Honestly, I think the winter holidays.
You watch with the family.
Yeah, yeah,
I definitely
seriously.
Watch
noticed this
Murder
on
with the
Thanksgiving.
family.
No,
Yeah.
this
Hey.
is definitely like a Thanksgiving. You ever notice like on Thanksgiving you watch these like weird movies and
Yeah.
like it's like mystery movies or like
I would not watch this
I
with
would
a
watch it.
family.
I could
It's
see,
just
I
like
could see
I
my
would,
family
yeah.
watching
We
this on
could
Thanksgiving.
No.
I say it's tough because this time of the year, which is exactly Frozen 2, is Disney's month.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Disney
really?
always owns
November.
So, I mean, granted, it is what it is, but yeah, this movie...
Was better than Frozen 2 also.
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah.
It's a sleeper hit. I mean, it's probably not going to be seen by a lot of people, and then once it hits TV, then that's when everyone's like, oh, it's on Netflix.
Yeah,
It's gonna be one of those movies people are gonna buy on like DVD or they're gonna get watch it on HBO and be like, oh, this is really good. But no,
this-
not,
I
no,
like
you
that.
won't hear about it until then.
It's the star cast. It's the star-studded cast in general that will
All
get
right.
people
I'll
to
give
be
credit to
interested.
Daniel Craig, man, switching up that voice from a British actor.
Dude.
But,
As Chris Evans called it, a Kentucky Fried Chicken. Colonel Kentucky. What do you call him? Detective
It's like frog
Kentucky.
leghorn.
CSI.
accent.
CSA KFC.
CSI
KFC.
KFC.
It's like, get your frog leghorn Louisiana accent out of here.
Yo. All right, so before we get into spoilers, we'll do scores.
Fuck it.
Vader's Luke's father.
All right. All right, so we'll do spoiler. Actually, yeah, we'll do spoilers then, because I don't know. I feel like it's
I
justified.
felt like the movie was good.
Give
Even
him
with-
the heads up.
We're already in spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoilers in
Spoiler.
3,
We said
2,
spoilers in the beginning.
1. All right.
Jared is
Evans
not
is-
wearing that bozo outfit
Chris
he wore
Evans is
yesterday.
a killer.
All right.
We did it, and I called it. I originally called it,
kinda called
and
it.
we all were like, "It's too obvious."
All right,
I was
but-
like, "That's why they're gonna pick him." And then I was like, "Fuck it, fine. It's the Spanish chick."
He plays a great asshole, though.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
really
He
I mean,
plays
but
a
I'll-
great asshole.
Have you ever seen Not Another Teen Movie?
Yeah.
I was
Eat
going to
shit.
say that. Yeah.
I love to eat shit.
We got to explain it.
Shit. Like,
Well, he was...
Definitely eat shit.
But now, I will say this. It does have a rewatch value for that reason, because you find out midway through the movie, which is kind of ballsy, that
I like it,
she
though.
switched up the medicine, and it was an accidental killing.
yeah.
But again, there's a lot
Then
of
your
things...
thought process throughout the rest of the movie is, all right, how is she gonna?
How is she gonna do it? And that
Yeah.
doesn't seem interesting to me. But then in the movie, towards the end, takes a complete 180 and is like, actually, it was Chris Evans' plan the whole time.
Well, there is
Yeah.
a fun point that you do notice very early in the film that he ends up saying, where it's like, okay, well, she did all this shit though, but everybody says the same thing, that they heard a dog barking at 3
Yeah.
a.m.
They say that,
And
like you
he
find out.
purposely makes out that it's like, oh, the dogs don't mind her. The only
Yeah.
one they mind is fucking Ransom.
Yeah.
And so if
Because
you're
Chris
thinking-
Evans is a Terminator.
Yeah,
So
but
you
if
know
you're thinking
at
about
some
that,
point-
that somebody else was involved.
Was there, yeah.
It was
Because
involved.
I
at
said
some
it to
point in
Curtis
time.
during the movie. I was like, the dogs barked. I was like,
Yeah.
so everything's explained except for why the dogs barked.
And one thing that was really clever is the his wife, who was like, "Oh, Ransom, you're back again." I did
Yeah.
not even
Yo,
catch
I
that.
did That's good.
That's
So
not even his
clever.
wife. That's his.
Well, whatever.
His mother.
His
Yeah,
all right,
it's funny.
but still, like, it was so clever because it was like, whoa, like
Yeah, that's just like
you're back
wordplay.
again because
Yeah.
you're like, wow, because you're thinking she's old, she doesn't know what she's doing, and
Well, no,
it's
even
like,
just that. You're just like, they keep showing the same scene of him leaving, giving her the cake, him leaving, giving her the
The
cake.
cake.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you're
And
back
she has
again.
the same. It's funny too because it's like she's ignored throughout the movie. She's meant to like they purposely
Senile.
film it so that she's just a visual like effect almost, and then like it all returns back to like she's the linchpin for fucking solving the case.
Something like that.
I-
How old do you think? How old is she? I don't know. we don't know.
No one knows.
I will say that I feel like if the movie did steer in that direction, like it should have gone like where it was like, oh yeah, like she's clearly it's an accidental murder, but it's more of like the how is she gonna dodge the bullet thing.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I would have enjoyed it as much. And I think who was mentioning the pacing issues? Was it you?
I
Okay.
think I have pacing issues.
Yeah, like I agree. Like if
Yeah.
they stuck that route, like, I was just like, man, is really the entire movie going to be like, how is she going to get away with it? Like, come on.
They definitely tried something different with the whole, like, okay, well, we're going to tell you what really happened.
Yeah.
Like,
We're going to
not
show
even
you
like
what happened.
midway through the movie. Not even midway. I think it was like a quarter through the movie. They told you pretty early.
Yeah, it was like smack in the middle.
Yeah,
Because I looked at my phone. I was like, all right, we're at the hour
pretty
mark.
early. So they were doing something different. And, like, of course, with doing something that different comes with a pacing issue because you got to keep... People know the plot now, but you got to keep them interested. And obviously, that's not the end game. But
I thought it was a good balance.
Yeah,
though.
it was like you can't lose the people. Like, I understand where probably my pacing issues come from. But as in a whole, like, when it gets to the end, it was a good resolution, though. It was still worth it.
I agree. Like, I think that's the thing, because you're played into it where you're actually buying into Chris Evans' story, and it's like, wow, he's really doing this because he's trying to help her, but he's still greedy because he says, I want my cut too. But then it's like, actually, no, it was this whole plan, and he's thinking to himself, and it relates back to the game that they played.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just, that to me was so woven tightly that it was just like, man, like, I really like that impact.
Yeah,
like,
they definitely did. They definitely did a good job with, like,
They did.
wrapping
They even
and
planted
everything.
seeds to make it look like, okay, she's the mastermind. Because there are little parts where you're like thinking, okay, like, oh, he says, oh, you convinced me to, like, cut everyone off.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And then,
Yeah,
like,
he
they
does
go
say
fast
that.
forward, and she's like, it was you. So you're like, wait, what the fuck? Maybe she really did do it. Like,
But
she
her
planned
intentions
all-
She has
are
a lot
noble.
to lose too because her mother's illegal. They keep saying that.
Oh,
There's-
and because of the way
right.
that the family feels about that whole subject,
Yeah.
like, it's like, oh, they would
There's-
want nothing but her failure. And that's another thing, too, like, from a, like, just a
They're like, we brought
everyday
you
life
into the
thing.
family.
No, but it's just like an everyday life thing, because it's like, that's really, like, I don't know, coming from, I'll relate to it, coming from somebody who deals with death. Sometimes families get that way, where they're cutthroat brutal, and it's just...
Yeah.
I like that they played that. They weren't, like, real innocent, and when you find out somebody gets something, it's like, whoa, like, you just see the
Fuck,
turn.
Like, they're like, we're going
Like-
to support you still, you know? We're going to get all this money, we'll
Yeah,
still
but they
keep
thought
you
they were
in
going to
front.
get the money, and then it was just like, you
Vultures. Exactly.
little bitch.
How-
Got handed to Michael Shannon, though. He was like, I'm going to use all the resources and the lawyers, and then she finds out, those are mine.
mine.
That's
Resources and
I
lawyers.
loved him. I loved his character in this movie. When literally when he's saying, I died, when he's like, you eat shit and you eat shit. He's like, I will not eat a single slice of shit. I will not eat a single plate of your shit. So I was like,
real.
oh, okay.
Oh, and
I love Michael Shannon. Like, he plays such a fucking, like, he plays the craziest, best fucking character.
it's because of his eyes.
No, it's because
His
of his,
eye-
like, it's his, like, he's an intimidating dude, but it's like, he's also a quirky, weird dude.
He makes Kangaroo Jack watchable. Like, it's just...
Yo, Shape
You
of
ever seen
Water was
Kangaroo
great.
Jack?
Shape of Water, I
Shape of Water
Shape of
was
Water
good.
I
was
loved
good,
him in
yeah.
that.
pretty much anything he's in is good.
Yeah,
he's solid.
anything he's in, he's good.
And another thing is, I don't know, this was like my favorite part that correlated back. Like, I like how the beginning of the movie, the first frame is my house, my coffee, my rules, or whatever. And you're like, what is the significance in this? And you're just thinking, oh, and it's like the maid picks
It's like
it up,
to
and
hit
it's
at
like,
the guy's
yeah.
character is what you think.
Yeah, and it's like by the end, it's like, yo, it's so boss. She just looks at the family, drinking the cup. I'm like,
And
yeah,
her hand
fuck
is covered
yeah.
just in the right spot, so it's like my
always,
house.
it's like my house.
And like even at the end, she's still
Yep.
like, should I help them? Like,
Yeah, she
Follow your heart.
Yeah.
It's just like, I know
I think
you'll...
she finally says, like, I think she finally feels like.
I think that's the thing when they're like, it says my house, it hints that she's like, you know what, fuck you guys. Like,
And that's the thing. I love it.
Yeah, so I thought it was solid enough.
It's a game changer. What's up?
What? Oh, that's when the movie ends and we go, into the unknown!
No.
What the fuck this
was
is.
there a sting? Did anyone check?
No, there's
Nah,
no.
there's
I don't.
not.
We
Alright.
won't know till next week.
It doesn't need to be one.
But overall score?
I'm giving it a 2.5.
Whoa, okay.
Wow, where is it out of?
It's based off of
Out of
4.
4.
I'll give it a 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5 is fine.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to settle on a 2.5.
Because it's there. It's not like fully there. It's solid.
It lulls though.
Yeah, it's solid. It lulls. Is it something that could be rememberable from here on? Is it a movie I'm gonna think about like a week later? Probably not. But it's still a good watch.
All right, I'm gonna be the oddball out of here. I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it 1 plus a 2.5, making that a 3.5 out of 4 stars.
Really? You gave it a 3.5?
I loved it. Yeah. I don't know. I like the cinematography in it. I thought it was shot beautifully. I thought that it does have that rewatch value in it, where it's like I enjoyed it. I thought the pacing, minus that center bit when it was like, are we really
You know
going to
what's
settle
funny?
with this?
I hate to cut you
Boom.
off. Shut up.
What the heck? No, it's good.
Cut you off because you shitted on Last Jedi, which was directed by
Ryan Johnson.
and yet you love this one.
No, watch our
cinematographer.
review. No, I did
Same
not give
cinematographer.
Last Jedi a score. I didn't. When we first reviewed
That
it,
doesn't make it better.
no.
doesn't.
And I don't hate The Last Jedi. I just think from a studio standpoint, they should have had some
He's lying
direction.
to our fans.
We're already starting the Star Wars shit
He's in
early.
fucking
Stop.
denial.
We're already
I'm
starting
gonna.
the Star Wars
I've
shit
tried my best
Look,
to not
we're-
relate
we're-
this
we're
back
like
to
a
Star
month
Wars.
Away, less than a month away now.
Less than
from
a month
Star-
now.
Oh no, it is a month.
It's a month away. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
the
because
20th.
it's on the 20th, so we're over a month. We're less than a month. Like,
yeah.
it's only a couple days.
And I just
Starting.
feel like
It's starting.
this, hands down, I thought it was great. I feel like, I don't hate the man,
Every
but
week we're gonna have a Star Wars fucking debate
why? It's
because
just
it's fun.
Because it's what
I
sells
give it-
tickets.
I would say I'll give it a 2. I gave it a 2.5 because when it first started out, I thought it started out strong.
And
With,
Laws a little.
with the Linda and like how they're like playing it out because it kind of did remind me of Clue, and I thought maybe so they're gonna start like doing that a little bit more and start doing more things like that. But there's a point where it seems like they kind of abandoned that after a minute, like towards the middle.
Yeah.
They like abandoned that, and they're like, it's almost like you watched a whole different movie, and you have to like switch gears a little bit. I felt like the cinematography did like walk with it a little bit, but the bones were totally different. And I don't think it's his fault, but the fact is that he was doing something new and trying to make it work.
It was the effect of doing the new technique that
Yeah.
caused the wall.
And which it's not bad. Hopefully
It's
then
different.
somebody else can take it, make it a little bit more tighter, a little bit better, and then there'll be a better score for it.
Yeah.
But I think for this time around, he's trying something new, which is great. And so that's why the 2 is there. Being like, hey,
it's fine.
creativity.
I'm still sticking with my 3.5.
Props for creativity. It was new and
Props for
different. I liked
creativity. 0.5 for execution.
all right.
It could have been done a little bit
I
better.
feel
think
very
it's-
confident.
You think it's like a whodunit, and then it turns out not to be a whodunit?
No, it's not.
So it kind of throws you off a little, and I feel like that's what causes that.
Because now
that
you're along
pacing
for the
effect.
ride to figure out
Yeah.
Okay, well
what
then
really
what?
happened.
Yeah, because you think, okay, it's
You
who
know-
could have murdered her. Then you find
What?
out who murdered her, and then it's like, all right, how is she
What were you
simply-
gonna say?
No, I agree with Angel. This is the type of movies we need more of.
Yeah.
These like murder mysteries.
mysteries,
It doesn't.
man.
It doesn't even have to be a murder mystery. A mystery movie,
Mysteries.
which is. I don't think I don't think we did any mystery movies this year.
The last mystery I saw
did we?
was the Orient Express.
Yeah, it was the
It's-
murder on
They
the
don't
Orient
really
Express.
make murder mysteries anymore, and I feel, or even mysteries. I feel like that's
I
like
believe-
an untapped market.
Because I believe they don't have as much faith in them. Because
Stop with the superhero
No,
movies.
no. I
it's
believe
not
they
gonna-
don't have much faith in it because murder mystery is one solid story, no franchise from
Yeah.
it. It's solitary.
No, even that.
But I
can
like
argue-
cinema
can-
like that,
I can
though.
even
Sometimes
argue
we
that
need
it
cinema
has a
like that.
Act like
franchise.
that. That's the thing we're saying.
Yeah.
We need to go back to that and stop thinking about franchises and
Yeah.
sequels.
But
and
even
shit
then,
like
I can
that.
argue that it hasn't. Like, because, no lie, if they did a movie off of, what's her name?
Murder She Wrote,
Not Murder, She Wrote. The,
Nancy Drew,
no, the Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie.
They could do Agatha Christie,
Way off.
like a good one. Like, get the
Yeah.
guy who did the Orient Express. And Agatha Christie's got like 15, 30 books, I think.
Nah, I just feel like as a whole, like with a lot
'Cause
of
they-
books,
and
because
that's the
books
thing.
had their period when
They
like
used to
Harry
do-
Potter movies came out, but like since then
Yeah,
they've
yeah.
kind of dwindled down.
Yeah, but
I know what you mean.
all
Like
for
making it a
books.
franchise. I
doesn't
get it.
affect, though.
I know,
Because
but
I feel like Agatha Christie's so old. Like, the books are so old that they're not, like, modern. No one's going to look at it and go, oh, it's kind of like with Orient Express. People didn't go, oh, it's based on the book. They went, oh, it looks like a good movie.
nah, I'm
Was
down
also-
for one and
was
done movies.
Also, a star-studded cast.
Yep.
Because I'm pretty
Daisy
sure they do
Ridley.
that. I'm pretty sure they do that.
Wasn't Boyega in
because
that
they're
one
not
too?
confident. in it.
And what?
Johnny
Orient-
Depp was in it.
Orient Express?
Yeah.
Johnny Depp was in it. I think
Yeah,
Mark Chan
John-
was in it.
yeah,
Is it?
Johnny-
Yeah, Johnny Depp played the
Yeah,
bad
Johnny
guy. the
Depp,
guy who
John
got murdered.
Boyega, Daisy Ridley.
John Boyega wasn't in it.
I think he was,
John
yeah.
Boyega was.
He was.
He was
Yes.
the soldier or some shit.
Really?
The
Yes.
doctor.
He was.
Daisy Ridley.
I know. Yeah, yeah.
The French
fat,
guy.
The fat guy.
The Gaul.
Oh.
The fat guy who played Gaston's right
Josh
guy.
Gash.
Josh Gad.
Josh Gad was in it.
That
yeah.
guy. I couldn't remember.
I fucking
Fat
forget his
guy.
name. He
was-
directed Thor.
Oh,
Takiti?
No, not him.
Not
That's the
Taika.
third one. We're talking about
Pier,
the first one.
Brosnan, I think his name is right. Last name. The cast is
Yeah,
huge.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting all
Does it again.
right. So let's wrap.
We're like, yeah.
Sidetracking.
As
Let's
we,
just
as
wrap
we
it up.
compare this to Clue, is the same thing as Clue was. It's a star-studded cast. and we've gone way off.
Yeah, I was
way
gonna
off
say
track.
we're gonna tie it back in.
Yo, shut up.
No, we're tying it back
Yeah,
in.
we are.
It's
I was
just
just
come
saying.
on,
Okay.
Curtis.
Yeah, I'm
we're
saying.
playing the music from the Oscars. Like,
up.
come on.
You can talk all you want about fucking Jedi.
All right, so until next time, this is Jared.
Fuck.
Fuck. Yeah.
Okay.
Angel.